The American West, a land of vast prairies, towering mountains, and stories that capture the imagination. But the history of the West is a complex tapestry, woven with threads of triumph and tragedy. For too long, one side of this story has dominated, a narrative shaped by the victors. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee by Dee Brown offers a different perspective. It is a chronicle of heartbreak and resilience, a testament to the strength and spirit of Native American people in the face of unimaginable adversity. Published in 1970, Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee quickly became a phenomenon. Dee Brown, a former librarian and historian, set out to tell the story of westward expansion from the perspective it had ignored, the Native Americans. This wasn't just about battles and treaties. Brown gave a voice to the voiceless, sharing the stories of chiefs, warriors, families, and individuals caught in the crush of history. Brown meticulously researched first-hand accounts, diaries, and government records. He wove together a narrative that was both heartbreaking and inspiring. The book's title, taken from the Lakota warrior Black Elk, evokes the deep sorrow and loss at the heart of the story. To understand the impact of Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, we must first understand the historical context. The late 19th century was a time of immense change in America. The Civil War had ended, and the nation turned its gaze westward. The drive for land and resources fueled conflict between white settlers and Native American tribes. Treaties were made and broken. Native Americans were forced from their ancestral lands onto reservations, often desolate and unable to support their way of life. The government's policy of assimilation sought to strip Native Americans of their cultures and traditions. Section 3. From Sand Creek to Wounded Knee, Stories of Resistance and Loss. Brown recounts numerous events that illustrate the brutality and injustice faced by Native Americans. The Sand Creek Massacre of 1864, where Colorado militia attacked a peaceful Cheyenne village, stands as a chilling example of the violence inflicted upon innocent people. The story of Chief Joseph and the Nez Perce tribe is one of both resistance and tragedy. In 1877, facing forced removal from their Oregon homeland, the Nez Perce embarked on a desperate 1,170-mile journey to escape to Canada. Their skill and determination nearly allowed them to reach freedom, but they were ultimately forced to surrender. The massacre at Wounded Knee Creek in 1890, where U.S. soldiers killed hundreds of unarmed Lakota men, women, and children, marked a tragic end to the Indian Wars. Brown doesn't shy away from the horrors, but he also highlights the courage, resilience, and humanity of the Native American people. Section 4. A Nation Awakens. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee and Its Legacy. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee was published during a time of social and political upheaval in America. The civil rights movement had ignited a national conversation about race and equality. Brown's book landed like a thunderbolt, forcing Americans to confront a shameful chapter in their history. It became a bestseller, translated into multiple languages, and sparked a renewed interest in Native American history and culture. The book's impact extended beyond academia. It helped fuel the growing Native American rights movement, giving voice to those who had been silenced for too long. It challenged the traditional narrative of the American West, exposing the myths and romanticized versions of history that had been perpetuated for generations. Section 5. The Journey Continues. Uncovering the full story of Native America. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee is not just a history book, it is a call to action. It compels us to learn more, to listen to the voices of those who have been marginalized and silenced. It reminds us that history is not simply a collection of facts and dates. It is a story about people, their lives, and their experiences. Today, the journey toward reconciliation and understanding continues. We must continue to learn about the history and cultures of Native American tribes to support their sovereignty and self-determination, and to work together to create a more just and equitable future. The story of the American West, like the nation itself, is still being written. Let us ensure that it is a story told with truth, respect, and a commitment to justice for all.